What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're live to both with cards dropping right now with what looks like another Red Eyes Synchro Zombie retrain. Let's hope it's good this time. Return to Zombie World. Red Eyes Zombie Dragon emerges supreme with a whole new horde of zombies. This gives me some hopium. So let's see what the cards are and what they do. Mad Murderer. That's gonna get 4 kids somehow coming over to the TCG, right? A level 2 Dark Zombie Tuner effect. Ooh, shades of Plague Spreader Zombie. So, let's see here. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card's... Oh, okay, so it becomes Plague Spreader. Wow. I am good at guessing. We've been streaming the entire time. I have not read effects. This is a React Andy, I swear. This card's name becomes Plague Spreader Zombie while face up on the field or graveyard. Shades of Plague Spreader indeed. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one level 6 or higher monster you control, decrease its level by 2, and if you do special summon this card, but you cannot special summon monsters while it's face up in the monster zone except zombies. So this is the good old combos to go into like Doom Kaiser and do kind of loopy stuff and all of that. Makes a lot of sense that his name would be Plague Spreader, that he has a level draining effect, as well as this ability to recur himself. That's kind of crazy that he doesn't banish himself after. So it's just a hard OPT with this kind of recursion. You just target a monster that's 6 or higher, decrease to summon. But it does lock you to zombies while on the field. Somewhat interesting. Yo, thanks for the dono.
Did you hear about DR04 Miraculous Descent?
Good old vintage values there. Lovely, isn't it? Coming in during the live video of all things. Next up, we've got All Ghoul Mazera. So Mazera reimagined. There's a classic card, speaking of vintage. Level 8 this time, Earth Zombie effect monster. Attack 2800, defense 2300. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If a zombie monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard instead. So a level 8 hand trap protection? Interesting. So battle or card effect as well, and multi-monster protection potentially for your field. If this card becomes banished from your hand or graveyard, you can special summon it in defense position, then decrease its level by 1. So wait, you have on-demand protection from stuff like Lightning Storm, then you have the ability also for battle, then he plops himself out on the field. Specifically in defense at 2300 defense still isn't shabby. Not a bad card, but not the greatest card either. Still really interesting. It's not a combo resource, but it is a protection card. Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, a level 10 Dark Zombie Synchro Effect monster. Attack 2800, defense 2400. You must use a Zombie Tuner plus 1+ non-tuner monsters. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. During your opponent's turn, quick effect. You can target one zombie monster in your graveyard, except Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, and special summon it. There's finally some recursion. I love the zombies just don't have enough plus cards that for all your resources you put in, you actually get a plus off the first effect, but it's only during the opponent's turn, so it doesn't help you combo. It's still nice to see that you could, you know, link off, synchro off things, and then bring back resources, especially link monsters. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish a zombie monster you control and special summon this card. So it has recursion, and then it has ability special, combos well with Vampire Sucker. Not bad at all overall for its recursion aspect on top of that. And it is a synchro dark zombie. Maybe some applications at the level 10 point as well. Then we get Giant Corpse Dragon Felgrand. Corpse Dragon Lord, this is Felgrand? How interesting, a zombie Felgrand to go along. Level 8 Light Zombie Synchro Effect, 2800, defense 2800. Takes a Zombie Tuner plus 1+ non-tuner monsters. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn each. If this card is special summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Banish it! It is targeting banishing, so it is target removal, but the banish is nice. If a monster or monsters is special summoned from the graveyard while this monster is face up on the field, you can target one face up monster on the field, negate its effects till the end of the turn. That combos with the first card, but that's any monster. Okay, if a monster or monster is special summoned from the graveyard while it's on the field. It does combo with the synchro. That's interesting, to say the least. It's not a bad effect. It's one that you have to plan, and your opponent knows is there, so it's one of those I know that you know that I know kind of effects, where you can dance around it as an opponent, is what I'm thinking. Immortal Dragon is a level 6 Dark Zombie Synchro Tuner effect monster. A Zombie Tuner Synchro, hello! Attack 500, defense 2400, materials 1 tuner monster plus 1 plus non-tuner monster, so you don't need a Zombie Tuner here for the first time. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, this card's level becomes the difference between its original level and the sent monsters. Foolish Burial. When your zombie monsters is destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So recursion on top of Foolish Burial, on top of being able to climb through it. Finally, the plus zombie generic monsters are here to go with the engine, and they're in the extra deck. Zombie Reborn. That looks so badass. Normal spell card, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn and only once that turn. So you have to choose which you're using. It's one of those. You can only use one of them, and only once. Target 1 zombie monster in either graveyard. Banish 1 monster with the same name from your deck or extra deck. And if you do, special summon the targeted monster. So that doesn't make it as good thanks to Zombie World. Like, you have to have the monster they have in order to do it. Little lame. I don't know that you needed that restriction. Like, let it be powerful. If this card is in your graveyard, shuffle 1 of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, the recursion does make it very strong. So you get this card popping off twice, and of course, you can't use the same effect. So this is like a slow roll, right? Activate it, then you get to set it, and then, oh, this is a problem if it stays here all that time, because you can't activate it again the same turn. It's got to sit there. So you're probably not pulling it off twice, but it's there to force the opponent to play towards it. I get it. Grind states happen. Sometimes they won't be able to take care of it. Realistically, it's a plus bonus effect to the first effect in terms of advantage. It's not a bad second effect. It's just you're unlikely to pull it off. And finally, the Haunted Zombie, a normal trap card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name per turn, only once that turn once again, so you gotta choose. Banish 1 zombie monster from either graveyard, and if you do, special summon 2 haunted tokens, 0/0, same level as that monster. That's pretty cool. If this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle the banished zombie monster into the deck, and if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So you get your resources back in the deck that are already banished that you're unlikely to use again, and as a bonus, you again get to set this, but this is a trap, so you're more likely to at least pull it off in terms of activation. I don't know about, you know, the payoff of waiting in zombies and their resource game for 2 tokens that are levels, but it's not terrible. What if Scapegoat was also DD Crow? It's interesting. It's okay. I feel like overall when we're looking through these cards, a lot of classic zombie support might go off TCG player, so use that TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra. Support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. Zombies are getting a ton of love between this and the Ghost cards. I do like the new Plague Spreader in terms of what it's doing. I like the Synchros as well. I think they're kind of the stars of the show. A generic Synchro engine to go along with the generic main deck engine on how the futures of zombies are. I kind of dig it. There's a pun. Thanks for watching today's video, especially if you were live in stream. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. And let me know what you think about the new generic zombies. I really think they're going in a good direction with this. D-I-F-O. What set is that, chat? What is DIFO? Kind of sounds like a funny abbreviation, but D-I-F-O. Is that our next core set after Battle of Chaos? Which one is that? I'm gonna actually wait for chat. I swear I'm not stalling for ad-rev time. We've already passed the 8-minute mark. I just want to know and confirm what set that is. Dimension Force. Okay, so Dimension Fusion. Dimension Force, I believe. All right, the Odd Eyes Pendulum set. Okay, so yeah, core set. These are pretty cool. So 2 different sets, the premium pack and the core set, are focusing on zombies. Very interesting.